Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Essay 1 and what will go inside it and basically just everything about Essay 1. So if we look at the Essay 1, I'm going to definitely go over the prompt in a minute, but I just wanted to point out a couple things before I do. So there's things like the reading quiz and the class discussions that are part of the essay in a way. And so what I mean by that is if we look at the reading quiz and the class discussions, these are designed to be pre-writing activities for the essay. And so what that basically means is they're going to help you brainstorm and generate material for the essay. And so if you ever want to use parts of your class discussion or reading quiz in your essay, obviously you probably need to tweak them a little bit, but that would be something you can do and I would highly recommend doing because those assignments are designed to get you started on the essay. And so that there'll be a lot of times that you might do something for a class discussion and realize like, oh wow, like this could be a body paragraph in my essay, or this is the sort of the beginnings of a body paragraph. Or in the reading quiz, in a way, a lot of times, really what you're doing in those is kind of building material for those body paragraphs as well. So it's really important that you do those assignments and do them to the best of your abilities because in the long run, that's going to help you when you go to write your essay. So let's talk about what's in the essay specifically this time. And so you can find the prompt here and download it. Obviously, you are watching this video here. It's not here now because I'm making it. So if we click on the prompt, you'll see here that it has all the directions about what to include in your paper. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but I am going to just point out some very specific things that you should keep in mind. So here's the reading list. We have to use all of the readings from this list. One of the things I do want to note here is that the other Wes Moore, we're not using the entire book. We're only using the first section, which includes chapters 1 through 3. If you have any questions about like how much of the book that is, chapters, just let me know. I can help you out there. But it's just chapters 1 through 3. I know that sounds like a lot, but they're pretty short chapters. Okay. The other readings, of course, here are various essays that I've embedded in the course as well. And we're going to be using these to kind of help support our thesis statement. So why don't we talk about that now so that you can kind of see what we're doing in this paper. So what you're doing in this paper is arguing the extent to which you think family influences your or one's ability, kind of looking at this from a general perspective, to be successful. So in just sort of even shorter way to think of it, how important is family in determining your ability to be successful? And so the way that this is written is really open-ended and also hopefully promoting a not a sort of a black and white kind of look at family, this topic. Um, I don't want us to just say it's 100% or zero. I think there's some nuance here. And so I think to kind of go on to that topic, I would think of it sort of like a pie chart when you're thinking about family's influence. And if you think family is a big part of that pie chart, that's what you should put in your thesis, right? Like family is a major or significant factor in determining how successful you'll be. And then one of the other things in the paper you can look at is, well, what are those other factors? And I think we'll see in the readings that genetics, like the genetic material you're born with, that's going to be maybe a factor. Also to your environment, like where you're living. And I think that like for this paper, it might be useful to kind of break up or differentiate, family from environment, even though they, kind of sometimes get grouped together. That way it just kind of helps you, when we're talking about environment, maybe we're talking about like where you live or your socioeconomic status versus, like the people you're living with. So yeah, so for your thesis, I wouldn't look at it as a total thing, like, oh, family is the most important factor, and maybe it is, but I think that, as we're doing the readings, we'll see that, that there are other things too that might impact your ability to be successful other than family. It's not a sort of a all or nothing sort of thing there. So yeah, so if you have any questions about the thesis of this paper, we definitely have some samples to look at. All of the samples I always try to pull from like the C to low B range to kind of help us. You can kind of see what mistakes they're making, but at least they're kind of on the right track so you can get a sense of, oh, okay, like this is what this paper is about. The other thing I just want to mention is that it should be an MLA format in 4 pages, and that you have to use all of the readings, and it should be in the third person because we are trying to use a certain academic tone when writing this paper, and that we're not going to be relying on just anecdotal evidence, like i.e. your family, to help support our argument. So that's about it. I think in terms of main things to look at in terms of essay 1, make sure to also kind of look at the other things I mentioned, like the reading quiz and the class discussions, to help you generate material for this assignment. And I would also look at those other sort of content posts, like about how to use quotes and things like that, to help you develop and support your argument, because that's what those are there for. All right, so if you do have any questions about this essay, of course, please email me. And if we can't get through it via email, please note I'm always happy to meet with you on Zoom to kind of do like a virtual office hour sort of thing. So if you need anything from me in that department, please let me know. All right, bye everyone. Have a good day.